Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Mahnoor Farooq and we are working on our subject WRCM 102, for which we are going to conduct an interview topic Impact of Family Support System on the Lives of Professional Female of Pakistan. For this, today we have Dr. Qurratulaen with us. So first of all, let us have her introduction.
Hello, this is Dr. Qurratulaen. I'm working as an associate professor at the Department of English Women Christian College, and I have degrees in English language, English literature, and TESOL.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for managing time from your busy schedule for our interview. So should we start it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so my first question is that how does your family supports influence your career decisions and aspirations as a professional female in Pakistan?
I would say that my family is quite supportive, and they give preference to my will, my choice in my career selection, in my career related decision making. So it's more of moral, emotional, and somehow it's financial as well. So they support me in all possible ways.
Okay, so as they support you in all possible ways, so how it feels?
It feels good. Obviously, it feels that I am more stable, I am more firmly grounded in my profession as well as in my being a woman and being a person.
Okay, so my next question is that can you share any specific instances where your family support has played a significant role in your professional journey?
I think I belong to a rural area, and my family's decision to send me to Lahore, a mega city, for my higher education, that's one of the decisions which was made by my family. Obviously, I wanted to be here for my higher education, but they supported me with that decision. And that has changed my life. That has made me what I am today. So this is one of the most important instances.
Okay, so next is that in what ways does your family provide emotional or practical support to help you balance your personal and professional life, as it is very difficult for women specifically in Pakistan to create a balance between work life and their family life. So how you manage it, how your family support in that?
They give me more time to work on my career related assignments, and I think that's the best they can to help me. And maintaining a balance, honestly speaking, it's very difficult to maintain a balance between your work and your personal life. I would not say not only for being as being a female, but for also males, it sometimes becomes very difficult to maintain a work-life balance the way we are working nowadays. So it's difficult to maintain this work-life balance, but my family supports me by giving me more time to indulge in my career and professional activities.
Also, ma'am, as so many women are working on their goals, they are trying their best to achieve what they want to become in their life. What measures you suggest to that woman that how they can create balance between what are the most important things that they need to follow for creating a balance in their work life and in their family life?
That's a very difficult question and a very good question. I haven't still found the answer to this. When I'll find, I'll definitely share with you.
So what are the common challenges that you feel are faced by almost all the women in Pakistan in pursuing their careers and achieving their goals?
I think traveling alone. That's one of the major issues which every woman faces every day, be it a female student or a female professional. It's very difficult to commute all on your own, and again the safety issues in Pakistan. That's one of the issues which comes to my mind instantly when I think of issues related to female professionals.
Okay. So next question is that have you faced any challenges in pursuing your career due to societal expectations, and how has your family supported you through these challenges?
Yes, there are always challenges when you are an aspiring professional and you want to accomplish things. I do not have right now any specific instance in my mind about which I can talk here, but I think talking about family and thinking about family, how they have supported me, there is always a lot of pressure to get married and put all your dreams on hold. But and my family also, sometimes they were worried for that. But whatever decision I took, they stood by me. I think that's what
they supported in that.
Yeah, that was their best support.
Okay. So next to that, how do you think the lack of family support affects the career in trajectories of other professional females in Pakistan?
I think lack of familial support or lack of your family's support, be it ethical or moral or emotional or any kind of support that really has a negative impact on your professional life on the career of a woman. Because in Pakistan, I feel a woman cannot grow without the support of her family. All the professionals you see around them, they are there because the men in their families, their family support system that has empowered them to be who they are. So it's very important. It's very, very important if women want to be empowered. If we need to empower women, we need to raise awareness about that.
Yeah. So, what are the measures that government can take for empowering women?
I think first of the things which comes in my mind, you need to make people aware that it is important to support a female, because in the end she is going to be a more productive family member in terms of how she earns money, and the rising global inflation, she will be a good support to fight that. We need to raise awareness, and then we need to make we need to take policy measures on the governmental level. They need to develop such policies which provide safety to women, which are related to workplace harassment, which are related to harassment on streets. So if there are policies in place which makes a woman feel safe both at their workplace and while they are out of their homes, on roads, on streets, I think that is something which the government should do.
So, my next question is that, in your opinion, how does the level of family support vary across different socioeconomic backgrounds in Pakistan, as there are higher upper classes, middle classes, below middle class? What is your opinion in that?
Honestly speaking, I think the level of family support, it is not related with any lower middle class or elite class scenario. It's more about how you think and what you think about the female emancipation. So women emancipation, if a family has positive views about it, they are broad-minded and they value it, they are going to have a positive attitude towards females empowerment, women emancipation. Otherwise, it does not matter. I've seen people from elite classes who are quiet, who think they are well educated and they are broad minded, but they never support their females in their career development or their professional development. So it's not about the class to which you belong, it's about the philosophy and the perception of that family about female empowerment that matters.
Yes, it's exactly right. But we have observed that the people who belong to an elite class are not performing well at their workplaces, but still they're appreciated a lot. And the people who belong to middle class at the same time in that same workplace, they're not appreciated even they're putting their entire effort. What is your opinion about that? Why it is? Why women from middle class are not appreciated the way they should be at their workplaces as compared to the elite class women? And this is very common example in Pakistan.
I am not familiar with that about talking about elite class and middle class, and I'm honestly speaking, I'm not very sure about it, that whether there is classism in the professional scenario as well. And talking about women belonging to middle class and upper class, there might be some issues, but I think I am not the right person to talk about it.
Okay. So the next question is that, can you share any strategies you have used to effectively communicate your career goals and needs to your family members? As communication in Pakistani families is not, women's, basically girls are not allowed to talk openly about what they want in their life. So can you share any example or strategy how you communicated to your family members that what are your goals?
Honestly speaking, girls in our system, they are not trained to have goals. So the problem starts from there. They are never trained to have goals. They're never educated how they are going to set the goals for themselves, and then communicating about those goals comes really later at a later stage. So and talking about techniques and strategies, I think there is no one possible successful technique for that. The main thing which you should be focusing on is you need to be realistic in your goal setting, and then you need to very clearly. I think the key is to be honest, and the key is to be realistic in both setting your goal and communicating your goal to your family, so that whatever you do, you sound confident and you sound as if you are going to make things happen.
Okay. So, ma'am, how completely you perceive the role of a family support in the professional lives of women in Pakistan?
I think it's very important. It's integral to a woman's development. But I have seen women going against odds without their family support. They have accomplished miracles. So it is very important, and it makes a woman's career journey, a woman's professional journey easy, and it's very important. But women are quite resilient in Pakistan, and they go against odds, and they create niche for themselves.
Okay, so next is that can you describe any cultural or familial traditions that have positively influenced your professional journey?
Sorry, cultural and
Cultural and familial traditions that have positively influenced your professional journey as a female in Pakistan.
cultural and familial. Um, Not really. I don't think so. It's about cultural or familial. And if you talk about culture, maybe the culture of the academic institutes where I got educated, they might be one of the influences, because I've seen I idealized my teachers, how well they talked, how well they behaved, how well they taught us. And I think is that one thing is the most important thing. And they were all females. I have been educated in an all female institute, so I always idealized those women, and that gave me encouraged me to kind of become like them, all professional, emancipated, and confident, brave, bold women.
Okay, so ma'am, now this is the era of gender discrimination. So, can you share any specific ways in which your family has helped you overcome gender based discrimination or bias in the workplace?
Yeah, sometimes I talk to my brothers, but honestly speaking, at FC College, I have not come across a lot of gender discrimination. But if I feel that I have some disadvantages of being a female, so I discuss it with my the male members of my family, and they are supportive, and they tell you ways out of these situations, which is really helpful.
As your family is so supportive, I don't think so you will answer this one. That is, that have you encountered any resistance or pushback from family members regarding your career choices, and how have you navigate those situations?
Yeah, at one point in my life, it happened. I when I got admission in my MPhil, so I did double masters, one in English literature and one in TESOL. And some of the elders in my family, not my close family, my family members from my home, but my distant family relatives, they believed that I am studying too much. So I've already done 2 masters and going for an MPhil degree. That is a little bit too much and would be a hurdle in getting married, which I think somehow proved to be a hurdle in my not getting married, because I could not find, or my parents could not find someone who was that well studied, well educated, and well groomed the way I was. But that was one of the instances where I felt like they're trying to push me back. And when I did my MPhil and I got my admission in my MPhil, I overheard voices from my relatives, now please don't go for PhD. And once I'm done with my PhD, now people are telling me, please don't do anything after PhD. So there are all kind of voices. You just need to snub them, you just need to ignore them.
Ma'am, what do you think about the relatives? Like, if your family is completely supportive, there are relatives that don't want you to become successful. So, what is your opinion about that?
They have a different concept of being successful. For them, success is not your career or your educational journey or your professional development. For them, success is getting married and having kids. So they have a different definition of success. So I just cannot, I think, kind of find out somehow a way out of it. So in Pakistan, we have different definition of success. For them, I'm not a successful person.
Still not a successful
No,
person?
for them, I'm not a successful person because I'm not married and I don't have kids.
Okay. So, ma'am, as everything evolves with time, how your family support system has evolved with time? What changes it took, positive, negative, how?
I think in my journey, my not getting married had been one of those things where my family was also concerned, and they were very very concerned at one point in time that I should get married and I should put everything on hold in my career and in my education. But now with the passage of time, they've seen me outshining others, and they've seen how well I am with my profession and with my career. So they have stopped putting and exerting pressure on me, and now that they know that what I'm doing is I'm quite okay with that, and I know what I'm doing, so they trust me.
Okay.
The trust quotient has somehow increased.
So my next question is that how does your family navigate the balance between supporting your career aspirations and maintaining cultural or familial expectations?
I think it's very difficult for them. Honestly speaking, the kind of struggle they have with the family and relatives every time they meet them, and they ask them that now they should do something about me. So for them it's very difficult, and I don't know how they are handling, but they are handling somehow.
Okay, so what role do you think that education plays in shaping familial support for women pursuing professional careers in Pakistan? As a lot of family members are educated, some parents are not educated. So, what is your opinion in that?
It's important. And it's not even about being educated or uneducated. Some parents who are not well educated, they really want their kids, and especially girls, to become high achievers. So it's not about education. It's about how well you are placed, how well oriented you are towards women emancipation.
Okay. So, ma'am, celebration for your achievement is very important. How do you think that your family has celebrated every single achievement of yours?
They do celebrate my achievements, and that makes me feel good. For example, my PhDs, my promotions, I do get gifts, and I like it, getting gifts and getting celebrated for my professional achievements.
Okay, so what are some common misconceptions about the impact of family support on the lives of professional female in Pakistan?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
What are some misconceptions about the impact of family support on the lives of professional females in Pakistan?
Effects of?
Impact of family support on the lives of professional females of Pakistan. Like, what are the misconceptions that why family is so supportive, why family is not supporting this woman, etc. and all. There are many misconceptions regarding everything in Pakistan.
I think we need to go beyond these misconceptions, and women should themselves try to test the things and try to test the misconceptions and sort them out. We should not go with the preconceived notions. We need to get out of that. Things are changing, world is changing, so we need to get out of it.
Yeah, now the world is empowering women more.
I would not say empowering. The world, the people in Pakistan especially, they know women are capable of doing so much more, and now they trust women. Now the trust coefficient with women is greater than men. Women mostly are high achievers in all fields.
Yes. Okay, so my next question is that wait a second. How do you envision the future of family support systems for professional females evolving in Pakistan?
I don't see it evolving. And especially for the married women, there is no proper support system, honestly speaking. We need to provide them support with household work, with the rearing of the kids, with training the kids. And for that, I think there is still not a proper system in place. We need to think about it. We need professionals to think about it. We need policymakers to think about it, and to develop a cohesive support system for women, so that they can raise their kids and they can also live with themselves and with their families, and alongside work with their career and work on their professional development. So there is still nothing in place for that.
Okay, so ma'am, according to your observations, what are some best practices or strategies for fostering a supportive family environment for women pursuing professional careers in Pakistan?
Although people are mostly against joint family system,
Yes.
but I've seen working women working very nicely if they have somebody at home to take care of their kids, if that somebody at home is willing to take care of their kids. So it's sometimes joint family system does prove itself to be helpful for working women, because they don't have to leave their kids at daycare centers, or they don't have to trust their maids, or they don't have to carry along their kids to their workplaces. And this is one of the things which I have seen working nicely for working women.
Okay, ma'am. So, how you describe peer pressure or peer support in workplaces?
It's very important. peer pressure and peer work support, it really is an important thing, and it makes a difference in your professional journey. If your peers are supportive, you have more chances of becoming successful and more chances of becoming confident and doing wonders in your profession.
Okay, so my next question is that how you faced any challenges in pursuing your career due to societal expectations, and how has your family supported you through those challenges? Like you were talking about you are going to take another degree. You faced that all. Any other challenge that was a hurdle in your success?
I don't think so. I think this is just the cultural expectations was the biggest challenge for me, and my family has so far supported me.
Okay, so how has your family support system influenced your confidence and resilience in facing challenges in your career?
It's very important. My resilience, my confidence, it comes from my family. My family members, they do support me and they help me. If I'm stuck somewhere, they do help me. So it's very important. For
Ma'am,
me, it's important.
yes, we talked about open communication between the parents and girls. What do you think that there are many girls who are capable of doing a lot of much more, but their family is not supportive, they don't have good communication skills with their family? What are the measures or strategies that woman can use in positive way to achieve their goals?
I think in order to convey these things, you need to be good at communication. You need to learn the skills of logically and calmly sending your message across, and talk with logic and reasoning. And if we train the girls and all students in logical reasoning, I think that can somehow sort out the issue.
Ma'am, do you ever faced lack of communication with your parents, or like you are not, you are having a kind of fear that if I will talk, they will say no and all? Because there are many women in Pakistan who knows that if we will talk about this specific thing from our parents, they will definitely say no.
At one point in my life where I wanted to go abroad and study abroad all on my own, I felt that my family would say no. They would not be comfortable me going abroad. So I just dropped the idea. I studied, I completed my education here. I went for my higher degrees in Pakistan. But still, I would say I don't regret it because I did my best and I am at a very good place right now.
Ma'am, women in Pakistan from started are only taught one thing, that they have to get married at end. But as I said before, that there are many women who are capable of doing much more. What are the measures that women can do, how they can change their life by not getting married and achieving their goals, studying more and stand where they want to? How their family can help them in that, and how they can make their families understand this all?
I think with the passage of time, again, things are changing. Now we see many women who are unmarried and they are carrying on with their professional development and their career. So people and the parents of the well-educated females, they also are familiar that females somehow they are outshining the men in their fields, and there are problems in finding a good suitable match for well-educated and well-groomed women. So this problem has already been identified, and somehow some of the parents have accepted the fact that their girls are much more qualified than the matches they are trying to find for them. So they have made their peace with that, and we need to make our peace with that. Okay, if the girls are more and better educated, we don't need to throw them into a hell to just for this tag that they are married. For that tag, you should not kill yourself.
Okay. So, ma'am, as family support plays an important role, how you think that what role can the broader society play in fostering a more supportive environment for professional females in Pakistan?
They need to be less critical. They need to be more respectful. They need to be less. They need to kind of minimize this pitying attitude on females that see only what he has got is the education or whatever. They are perfectly all right with their professional education and professional development and everything. So they need to be more encouraging towards those females.
Okay, ma'am, what is your opinion regarding dominance of men over men? Not only at home but also at workplaces, because there are many workplaces where men are dominant over women, even the woman is trying their best.
There might be many instances, but fortunately, I work in a department where females are more, and in the field of education, women are more powerful than men. So I have been lucky here. So I think I don't have any tips and tricks in that area, but I think females they can do anything if they have the right kind of energy and the right kind of support.
Okay, so next question is that in what ways do your family members actively contribute to your professional development and growth?
I think with their encouraging remarks, with the celebration as you have mentioned, with yeah, their encouragement and their celebration, that says a lot about, and that makes me feel good.
In what ways do you believe that the family support system in Pakistan differs from professional females compared to other countries?
Uh, yeah, Pakistan and other countries, yes, there is a lot of difference between Pakistan and, let's say, Western countries, but in the third world and in South Asia, things are almost the same for females. In the Western countries now, females are more independent and they have more support system. In Pakistan, women are still not very independent and they still have to depend on their families, which makes it a bit difficult for them, but at the same time it can be a boon if they use it positively, or if they think positively about it.
Okay, so the next question is that in your opinion, what are the key factors that contribute to a strong and sustainable family support system for professional females in Pakistan?
It's very difficult for me to respond to this, that what exactly would be making it ideal for them. Honestly speaking, I think the mindset. We need to work on the mindset of the elders of the family and the men of the family. Again, I would go with the men of the family because we're living in a patriarchal setup. So if the mindset of the men and the elders of the family is kind of trained, is kind of led into this thing that women also has, they have their own rights and they have their own capabilities, and we need to give them room to work on their professional career and career development. That can do wonders, and not only men but also females, because sometimes mothers and mother-in-laws and sister-in-laws, they are the biggest hurdle, not the men. The ladies of the house, the ladies of the house are the main trouble in the paradise of women.
Okay, ma'am. So I would like to wrap up this interview by last question. That is, what is your advice for the women of Pakistan? How they can just forget all the hurdles in their way and do whatever they want to do?
They can't forget all the hurdles because they are very real. ठीक है? लेकिन what they can do is they just need to be resilient and keep on working hard and trying to make their relatives and their family understand that whatever they are doing, and I'm not only talking about career or professional women, I'm also talking about those women who are sitting at home and who are housewives, that they have their self-respect, be they are a professional or a housewife. So you need to know not to be very afraid about voicing your opinion, but again, being respectful is also a trait which should be practiced not only by women but also by men. So the Pakistani women should not go and be disrespectful, because that's not what we want. We have our culture, our values, our morals, which are very important to me, very dear to me, and should be very dear and important to all women in Pakistan, because we are a society which believes strongly in a cultural and moral setup. So we should not compromise on our morals, on our culture of respect, both for elders and for men. But living in the same conditions, we should try our best to not let ourselves down, our real selves down, and continue working on ourselves, be we are housewives or we are working women.
Okay, ma'am, I learned a lot from this interview from you, that what we have to do to achieve our goals. Thank you so much for managing time for this interview from a busy schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.